Well, ghouls and goblins have gone into hiding until next year, and now the gobblers are coming out. We have tips on everything from cooking to decorating for your family's holiday.
Plus, Angie, lawmen saw them as crooks, but some members of the public saw them as heroes, the notorious gangsters that wreak havoc in Oklahoma.
And a local band is putting a modern twist on the style of classic rock. It's all on NewsOK TV.
This is NewsOK TV.
This is NewsOK TV.
Welcome to NewsOK TV, where NewsOK.com comes to your living room television. I'm Dave Morris.
And I'm Angie Bruss. We're going to take you around the metro today.
Well, you may have read her blog or seen her pictures, but now the Pioneer Woman has released her first cookbook.
Ree Drummond is a ranch wife and mother of 4 who found success on the web. Now, she writes about her transition from a city girl to a country wife and her tasty cowboy-friendly dishes. I got a chance to catch up with the Pioneer Woman at her book signing last week. And I am out here at Full Circle Bookstore, where Ree Drummond is signing her very first cookbook, which is The Pioneer Woman Cooks, Recipes from an Accidental Country Girl.
Well, I fell in love with a cowboy and a smoky bar. That's about it. So I never anticipated country life for myself, but I mean, I love it. I embrace it. And 3.5 years ago, I started blogging about it. So I just share it every day on the website, which is kind of my first love. And the cookbook is just a natural spin-off from the website. I wanted people to look at the cookbook and say, I can cook that. That's something my family, my kids, my husband will eat. And I think people like it. It's simple. It's no frills.
Well, you know what's interesting is her recipes alone are not really, that's not what's drawing the people. Her recipes are good, they're simple. She's like a Betty Crocker for the Facebook age. You know, it's like really simple stuff. It's something anybody can go to the store, any store, and you can find the ingredients, you can put it there. She's raising 4 kids, homeschooling, so it can't be anything complicated. So it's simple, but she has beautiful photography. She's really candid in her blog, and she's inviting. She doesn't consider any of these people her fans. When I talked to her, she said these are her friends. These are friends that she met online. So, you know, and that appeals to people. She's an open book.
I think I honestly look at them as my friends. I mean, a lot of these people have read my site since I started it 3.5 years ago. I don't think of them as fans. I think of them as friends, and I'm as excited to meet them.
She is a very down-to-earth lady, and there were a bunch of people out there to meet her. It was really cool.
Full Circle Books in Oklahoma City, tons of people lined up. Well, from cookbooks to cooking shows, our experts here at the Oklahoman have some tips on how to make the perfect Thanksgiving meal. The Oklahoman's Cheryl Jones has some advice on preparing that main dish.
All right, Thanksgiving obviously is right around the corner, and you've got to have your turkey.
Oh, yes.
That's the main thing. Generally, people want
Yes.
turkey at Thanksgiving. So what? Now, this is in a cooler. Tell us what's going on here.
Well, I thawed it in water
Okay.
over most of a day.
Okay.
And then that evening, I made a brine of about a half a cup of salt and a half cup of sugar.
Okay.
And mixed it in the water and put ice in here and let this sit overnight. I like to use some herbs out of my garden.
Okay.
And sage and oregano and thyme for that. And I've sprayed some cooking spray in a big roasting pan. And you can use a turkey roaster if you like that has the lid already, or you can do the tinting method, which is what we're going to use today.
ready.
And that one, we'll sit that aside very carefully. And then I'm going to lift up on this and make a little rack for this guy out of celery.
Oh, there you go.
And then just put that underneath the bird.
Okay.
And it's going to help hold him up off the ground. Okay. And then I take some, and this is part of my basting that I'm going to do. This is olive oil and butter.
Oh, wow.
And I just slather it over
Literally.
the bird. And this is our tent. It's a piece of foil that I've sprayed with some cooking spray.
Okay.
And we're just going to bring it over the top and kind of down in the pan like so. So all the little drippings, it kind of helps it baste itself, as long as you have that on.
Gotcha.
And I started another turkey earlier, so we'll be able to see sort of what we do in the interim. And you might want to baste it once during the cooking. And sometimes I put a little bit of water or white wine or chicken broth in the pan to kind of add to the juices.
Oh, this turkey looks wonderful. Now, what are you doing over here?
Okay, I'm melting some butter and some plum jam.
Okay.
together, or plum preserves.
And the glaze, tell us what the glaze is made
The
of.
glaze is made up of Oklahoma sand plum jam with butter, half and half. That makes our mixture. And what you don't use on this, you can spread on your biscuit or toast in the morning. I can tell you it's the best stuff to add the butter to the jam. You want to be sure you keep it refrigerated off of. And so what I'm going to do, now that I've melted this together, I'm going to take a heat-proof basting brush, and I'm going to just pour it over our turkey.
And this is a basting brush, not a paint brush.
Right. This one has silicone bristles, so it doesn't...
Not to be stereotypical.
Yes. This one has silicone bristles, so it
there you go.
doesn't melt. You want to avoid using a plastic bristled
And just
brush.
on the outside, or do you also try to get
Oh,
it
I
in the
just
cavity?
try to get it where I want the surface to look all glistening and pretty, and then it just makes a lovely coating, I think, on the turkey. And then I'm going to put it back in the oven for about 15 minutes and let that just finish off.
So Angie, what's your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
I must say it's a cranberry jello. It's amazing. Because I'm not a huge cranberry sauce fan, but
Cranberry jello, huh?
Oh, this is amazing, yeah.
Can't
What
beat
about yours?
that. Not going to stray far from the turkey.
Yeah, yes, of course. Well, we have plenty of cooking videos for you this month. The food dude Dave Cathy prepared his Thanksgiving bird and a new fryer. Learn about the new device and turkey prepping tips on NewsOK.com. And if you're looking for something a little healthier, Becky Varner has some heart-healthy recipes for you this holiday season.
But never fear, we're not limiting our videos to the dinner table. When we come back, we have some holiday decorating advice from some experts.
And speaking of style, we spoke with one of Vidal Sassoon's top stylists. She was here in Oklahoma. The latest on the hottest hair trends next.
Hello, this is Mary. I can help you.
Hi, my grandma wants to know how to record my show.
Press the guide button on the remote.
Abuelita, toca el botón guide.
Now find your show on the screen and press record.
Ahora busca el programa en la
Pantalla.
Working hard for every smile. Another reason why Cox is your friend in the digital age.
NewsOK has a new mobile website, and it works with any internet-enabled cell phone. So you can take NewsOK with you anywhere. View the full articles, look at the photos, all while munching on lunch. And something I'm interested in, videos. Now you can watch NewsOK videos no matter where you roam. Smartphones, choose NewsOK Mobile.
Updated look, easy navigation, videos, NewsOK Mobile. Dial into NewsOK's award-winning content, now on your web-enabled cell phone. NewsOK, Oklahoma's website.
All right, welcome back to NewsOK TV. Now the turkey's in the oven. The family is coming over. Now all you have to do is set the table, which can be hard.
I was about to say, sounds simple, doesn't it? But creating that warm holiday atmosphere isn't that easy. We went to Norwalk Furniture to ask the pros how to decorate our homes for the holidays.
With the holidays upon us, we're starting to think about decorating our homes, but sometimes we need a little help. In this episode of Welcome Home, Norwalk Furniture gives ideas on how to make your house full of holiday cheer.
Decorating a dining table is a great way to do a good look for the holidays. We chose red and gold. We thought that kind of was a good neutral way for any holiday and good colors for every religion. Everybody can use them. It would work for Thanksgiving, Christmas, anything, New Year's. Those colors really help, and just adding a few nice things can really make your house look great for the holidays and great for entertaining. This setup right here, just a couple of chairs and a sitting area, and we have this fireplace back here which is mobile. You can move it anywhere. and it sets a great ambiance in any room. You can put it in a kitchen, living room, bathroom, bedroom. It's great for winter and any holiday event. Also, candles set great moods for anything. Any touch of color is easy. Red is a great neutral for anything and works for every holiday occasion. A great way for a family to gather is on a big, comfy sectional, like one of the ones that we have here. After a big meal, you can still spend a lot of time with your family and cuddle up, and it's cozy and you can watch TV. Here at Norwalk Furniture, everything is custom. Everything from the cushions that you sit on to all of the fabric, and all of the designers are either have degrees in interior design or they're ASID certified, and they can come out to your house and help you and help with every accessory or piece of furniture that you need. All the accessories that we can provide are lamps in every single color. Red is great, light blue, green, gold is a really good holiday accessory. We have vases, bookends, paperweights, pillows can be custom made, and that can, add to anything. It's an easy way to switch stuff out and really update the look of your house. A lot of people are scared to mix their style of furniture, but don't be afraid to mix like contemporary with traditional. Adding a mix is a good update, and don't be scared to mix holiday stuff with your stuff at home. We can do anything to match your needs and style. We have great designers with lots of expertise that they can help you with. They come out to your house, no charge. They can help you decorate anything, and it's all custom, so it all fits your needs, your style, the space you need to fill or the space you want to change.
And for me, the changing seasons means I'm going to be raking leaves for the next couple weeks.
Oh yes, definitely. I have my husband doing that. Now, a change in seasons not only means changing your home decor, but also your personal style. Ladies are always on the hunt for a new look. Well, I caught up with an expert from Vidal Sassoon to learn about the latest trends for fall 2009. Here at North Park Mall at the Academy of Hair Design, and I'm standing here with Sally, who's one of the top cut specialists in the world, but she works for Vidal Sassoon in LA, and you are actually helping out the students here. They're getting certified. Tell me what's going on.
Well, I'm very, very lucky to be very often a guest here in the Academy of Hair Design. The Academy of Hair Design are actually a Sassoon connection school. Vidal Sassoon has a connection with approximately 12 schools across the U.S., and this is one of them. We do a huge amount of training. I've been here for a couple of days working with the amazing teachers that work here in this academy, and today I'm also doing a demonstration for the students and also for some local salon people and also some of the salon staff.
Okay, so when they get certified, tell me what that means. What does that status mean for this?
I think a student that comes from a Sassoon Academy Connection School, such as this one, really has a step forward in the business. They come out of a school like the Academy of Hair Design, really being able to cut hair amazingly, color hair amazingly, do great retail, do great customer care. So they come out like just ready to be a stylist on the floor.
I love it. That's so cool. And obviously you're inspiring them and even showing them, you're demonstrating. Yeah. Tell us about who we have right here.
Yeah, I've just finished a demonstration and I would love to share my beautiful model. This is Rachel. Rachel is actually a hairstylist herself. Her hair was down here when she came in. So we've had a big change. Turn around for me, Rachel. I really feel that this is a very current style at the moment. It's a soft look, very feminine, but short. It's very, very current, and it's definitely what people are coming in at the moment and asking for, something short but still feminine, and it has a lot of really nice movement and can be dressed in many different ways. Yeah. And this is the kind of thing that we do teach our students here in the Academy of Hair Design. And, you know, I think it's a great look for now.
Yes,
and
yes,
for
but
winter.
you look beautiful. Good
for
job.
you.
Yeah. She definitely is pretty edgy. She's got a cool style. Oh, everybody's hair was all funky.
Keeping everybody looking good, though,
I
right?
know. Oh, definitely.
Well, speaking of such, last week we took you through a futuristic tour of Oklahoma City. This week, going back in time. The Oklahoman Steve Blackmeyer talks about Bricktown next on NewsOK TV.
I look up to you for all the things you do. I hope to be like you someday soon. 'Cause I look
Working hard for every smile. Another reason why Cox is your friend in the digital age.
If you're like me, you meet yourself coming and going. I need a way to stay informed that works with my lifestyle. That's what I get with digital delivery of the Oklahoman. It's fast and easy to use. I get all the news from the print edition, plus access to the past 7 days whenever, wherever I want. You can't beat it.
Your newspaper has evolved. Log on to thenewOklahoman.com to try digital delivery completely free for 15 days.
When you're as busy as I am, it's hard to keep up. Digital delivery of the Oklahoman keeps things simple.
Welcome to the big leagues of high school sports. Varsity, NewsOK's new high school sports page. Featuring the best high school sports coverage anywhere. Varsity dedicates experienced reporters to all the local schools from Edmond to Norman, and everyone and anyone from Goodwill to Idabel. And Varsity allows you to join the coverage. Upload your photos, join the discussion with the Oklahoman's reporters on their blogs, and follow the Twitter feed and live scoreboards. NewsOK's new high school sports page. Varsity, the best high school sports coverage anywhere.
NewsOK, Oklahoma's website.
All right, thanks for sticking with NewsOK TV. In our last episode of OKC Central, Steve Blackmeyer and Dave talked about the changes coming to downtown Oklahoma City.
That's right. This week, Steve and I talked about the changes coming to the Bricktown area and the history of the warehouse district. All right, Steve, one of the big attractions to Oklahoma City is Bricktown.
Right.
And there's a lot that people know about Bricktown, but you, my friend, know about something you like to call Lost Bricktown.
Yeah, well, you know, we're going to drive through Bricktown real quick and see what we're all familiar with, the old brick warehouses that have made this truly the state's premier urban entertainment destination.
Everything as familiar as Spaghetti Warehouse to the latest club, whatever that might be.
Right. And what people don't realize is this wholesale district was much bigger before it met its demise. It went past E.K. Gaylord to a street that no longer exists, Santa Fe Avenue. And it also went right up to Deep Deuce, Northeast 1st, Northeast 2nd. And it also went into an area that is south of Ford Center. And that is where Lost Bricktown can still be found. Downtown development is starting to creep out this way, and there's a chance that we could see a lot of this lost in the next few years for good.
Really? What sort of development are you hearing? Are we talking businesses? Are we talking like retail? Corporations, I mean, or?
It could be a mix. There's just a downtown development with the various things underway. It's heading southward. So
that's just the natural progression.
Yes, with Ford Center opening up a south entrance, with the boulevard, it's just a natural progression.
Well, I guess core to shore would actually be that direction as well, right?
Yes. So again, what I'm trying to do is just educate the public as to what's out there and provide a glimpse of this history before it's gone.
For more from the Oklahoman Steve Blackmeyer, check out his blog. Always great stuff and informative.
It is.
OKCCentral.com.
Now, there's a lot of history here in Oklahoma City and the rest of the Sooner State. From the land run to the Dust Bowl and space travel, Oklahomans have made their mark. In our series, Stories of the Ages, we take a look at these amazing tales. This week, we learn about some of the notorious gangsters who left their stamp on our state.
Here they are, George and Catherine, at the showdown, an unbeatable pair, until they were called by the aces of the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
Dozens of Oklahomans filed into the courtroom to witness the trial of George Machine Gun Kelly. Kelly, his wife, and a host of other accomplices were on trial for the abduction of Charles Urschel, a wealthy Oklahoma oil man. The Urschel abduction is just one gangster story that fills the pages of Oklahoma history.
Oklahoma has always been a good breeding ground for outlaws, bandits, highwaymen, shooters.
Other thieves and thugs to hit the state included Bonnie and Clyde. The dangerous duo was accused of killing an Atoka County sheriff. Oklahoma's own Charles Pretty Boy Floyd robbed banks in Sallisaw and Boley. To the law, these criminals were public enemies, but to some members of the public, they were heroes.
They become sort of a Robin Hood figure. Most of the time it's undeserved. Most of the time it's greatly romanticized. But in some cases, the tales about them are actually true.
Many of the bandits terrorized banks throughout the Midwest. In some cases, criminals targeted banks, foreclosing on Dust Bowl farmers. There are even tales of Charles Floyd tearing up unrecorded mortgages or handing out money to onlookers and bystanders.
He wasn't doing this necessarily to become a saint. He was definitely a sinner, but he did it because he knew it would carry him a long way in the community, and it did.
Reporters feasted on the hijinks of these underworld heroes.
They were very colorful. They were many times lone wolves, or they had one or two accomplices. But all of them had colorful monikers. But what the headlines also did was spread the word to the folks out there, and to these disenfranchised people, it gave them some way of reading about their heroes.
With each robbery and shootout, tales of the Tommy gun crooks spread as wide and as fast as Oklahoma range fires.
Any good storyteller knows how to make that story a little more interesting. And sometimes it takes a little bit of embellishment to do so. And those stories get passed around then, like heirloom china, through family hands and all around the community. And pretty soon, it's like the old parlor game where you sit and whisper something to someone next to you, and they whisper it, and by the time it gets back to you, it's a whole nother story.
In some cases, the public enemies would help fuel the fire by putting their escapades on the silver screen.
A lot of these Oklahoma outlaws, Emmett Dalton, Al Jennings, they all made movies about their exploits. Tulsa at one time was called Hollywood on the Arkansas. It was kind of an amazing period where you had reality and myth, Hollywood and the real thing all coming together right here in Oklahoma.
Eventually, each bandit's run finished with a prison uniform or at the end of a G-man's rifle.
The trial is over, and the jury has reached a verdict. Thus, Uncle Sam rolled up his sleeves and dealt gangland a swift, decisive blow.
The judgment of the court that George R. Kelly be sentenced to the federal penitentiary for the term of his natural life.
Machine Gun Kelly spent the rest of his days in Alcatraz for the kidnapping of Charles Urschel. Bonnie and Clyde were killed while driving to their hideout in Louisiana. 100 bullets pierced their car. Charles Pretty Boy Floyd was gunned down at an Ohio farm. Thousands of people turned out for his funeral in Aikens, Oklahoma.
The day he was buried, that Charlie Floyd was buried in Aikens, Woody Guthrie said, "I think he could have been elected governor today, and he might have made a good one."
Few modern-day crooks carry the prestige of the Depression-era gangsters.
It's probably unlikely that we'll ever see the likes of those folks again. And I would submit to you that the end of the Wild West came right here in Oklahoma, in the Midwest, in the 1930s, with the demise of that last crop of bandits.
Wow, we do have a lot of history, and that's some good footage.
It really is. Great stuff. Stories of the Ages is always a great video to watch.
It is. Now you can watch other episodes from our Stories of the Ages series online at NewsOK.com.
You know, another popular series, as we pat ourselves on the back, is Static. In this week's episode, the Oklahoma's George Lane talked to a Stillwater band, taking their cue from classic rock. Now they are taking the classic style and making it modern. After the break.
I look up to you for all the things you do. I hope to be like you someday soon. 'Cause I look
Working hard for every smile. Another reason why Cox is your friend in the digital age.
Hello, this is Mary. I can help you.
Hi, my grandma wants to know how to record my show.
Press the guide button on the remote.
Abuelita, toca el botón guide.
Now find your show on the screen and press record.
Ahora busca el programa en la
Pantalla.
Working hard for every smile. Another reason why Cox is your friend in the digital age.
If you're like me, you meet yourself coming and going. I need a way to stay informed that works with my lifestyle. That's what I get with digital delivery of the Oklahoman. It's fast and easy to use. I get all the news from the print edition, plus access to the past 7 days whenever, wherever I want. You can't beat it.
Your newspaper has evolved. Log on to thenewOklahoman.com to try digital delivery completely free for 15 days.
When you're as busy as I am, it's hard to keep up. Digital delivery of the Oklahoman keeps things simple.
Welcome back to NewsOK TV. Angie, each week the Oklahoma's George Lang and Tanner Harriet talk to local bands and capture that performance for NewsOK.com.
That's right, Dave. And the second season of Static has officially begun. This week, Tanner and George sat down with Taddy Porter.
I'm George Lang, and this is Static. Taddy Porter is a Stillwater band steeped in the classic rock traditions, Led Zeppelin, Bad Company, and Free. And they're putting it all into a modern context. They're going out on a national tour with Saving Abel that will take them around the country through the end of the year. This is Taddy Porter.
My mom bought me some Led Zeppelin CDs when I was a kid, and it was just like no turning back after that, you know. So like Jimi Hendrix, stuff like that. I was into like the heavier stuff for a while in high school, and then it's like eventually it all just came back to the classic sounding stuff. And then once you start digging deeper in that, you start finding all these other bands like Cactus and Free, you know. I think the electric guitar sounds best with that style.
I agree.
That blues.
But I knew at a young age that I could mimic like singing styles of like Paul Rogers, but I kind of like was like, I don't, because it's my dad's music, you know. But then as I got older and I started to listen to what music was going on now, I was like, well, then that's whenever they all had it all figured out.
Well, this tour we're about to go on is called the Class of '09 Tour, and it's Saving Abel's headlining it, and it's us and Pop Evil and Red. This is a tour that is put on by our managers, which is like the same managers as Saving Abel, and it starts this month. What's the first date? The October
27th.
27th. It goes to December 5th. So it's the longest we've ever been out, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. You know, we recorded an album, and we're still like in the process of figuring out if we're going to record some more songs, or like we don't know when we're going to release it yet or anything. So we're pretty much concentrated on this tour right now. And then hopefully while that's going on, then we'll figure out the next step as far as hopefully releasing the album.
And next week, Daniel Welsher will be in our studios to perform.
Looking forward to Daniel. You can watch earlier episodes of Static and all of the videos you just saw online at NewsOK.com.
And we'll be back next week with more videos. See ya.